All right. I think it is time. Welcome, everyone. I was just getting the slides ready and wasn't didn't realize how fast that timer was reaching zero there. So I apologize for the awkward start there, but it's great to see everybody this morning. Super excited to share with you again about networking and our proven steps to really amplify and uh, improve your networking success, right? So we got three simple steps today that we're going to share to really help you get the most out of your networking experience. Um, so without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Let me get to the right screen share here, and we'll get started. So let me fix the screen. Let me see here. There we go. That one's a little better. Let me fix the screen share here so we can see the whole thing. All right. So, yeah, three simple steps to networking success. The the idea here really um, is to really map out what our goal is when we go to a networking event, right? And there's all kinds of networking events out there. You can have a regular, weekly, more casual get together with a group of vendors. We like to call those a tips club, where you're meeting and you're sharing, industry news, insights, tips, enable and so that you can share, help each other grow your business, right? So tips clubs are just one networking avenue. There's, conventions and, larger networking, one-off groups and, chamber of commerce is a really great example, right? So there's lots of events, through your local chamber of commerce where you can get connected with like-minded, businesses and professionals, and learn, different resources, or grow your business by making connections. So there's all kinds of different networking avenues out there. So how do we make the best of those, right? And it really, there's three core, um, steps to really getting the most out of your events. And so what we're going to do, we're going to go over those today. We're going to talk about setting clear goals. We're going to talk about the research and preparation, and we're going to talk about your minute to win it, and then we'll wrap it up. And then for anybody that is sticking around towards the end, we're going to have a little bonus tip for you as well. So super excited to jump into this, and so let's get going. See, hey, if you're, let's do this real quick before we get started. For anybody out there in the chat, go ahead and drop a note. I can actually see the chats today. So as I am getting better and learning more about how to do these live streams, one of the things that I can do now is I can actually see the chats for the various platforms. So go ahead and drop a note in the chat. Let me know where you're from, and what your business is, and uh, what's your idea, your takeaway on networking. Do you like networking? Do you hate networking, right? And what that means to you. So let's get going here. All right. Um, when networking as a sales rep, there's several key elements to keep in mind to maximize your effectiveness, right? And the big one here is we want to set clear goals, and define what you want to achieve before. Be it generating leads, establishing new partnerships, or building brand awareness. We want to research and prepare before we even get to the event. Critical to your success at that event is how much you research and prepare. So you want to learn about the event and its attendees beforehand, know who you want to connect with, and come prepared with valuable insights. And you want to craft your minute to win it, right? Your elevator pitch, your 30-second commercial, whatever you want to call it. We got you really have 1 minute to win it in that networking event. And so you want to develop a concise and compelling elevator pitch that showcases your unique value proposition. Excuse me. What makes you different? What makes you stand out? What makes you attractable, right, to people to want to continue that conversation? So we're going to get into some details on that. All right. First, a little bit about me. I've been married for almost 20 years, 19 and a half to be exact, to my awesome, amazing, beautiful wife, Marcy. And together we have 4 kids, 5 grandkids. So here's some grandbabies there. And, for some reason, we can't see the whole slide. So let me fix that real quick. Hey, there's some grandbabies there. And if you don't know me, I like to have fun, and so this is just a fun picture we took at a fundraising event years ago with a group of guys and friends, and then we also love our pets. So that's our family right there, and yeah. So the street cred, man, what is it that allows me to be here, right? First off, I mean, I just absolutely love sales. I love everything about it. I love uh, the chance to go out and truly make a difference in our communities, uh, and I've been doing it for a long time. Really started in the 3rd grade and grew up pretty poor. So if I wanted any money, right, to go to the corner store and get some candy, I went out and earned it. And so my first sales gig, right, my first quote unquote business was selling crawfish door to door. So I'd go down to the local creek and fish out some crawdads and sell them door to door on the way back to town for a nickel, 25 cents a piece. And that was my video game and candy money. So, beyond that, all through school, selling candy bars and magazines and various, fundraising things, literally door to door. And yeah, so been selling a long time. Professionally, though, for more than 20 years, and actively studying sales and leadership for well over a decade. Um, I've been at the bottom of the spreadsheet, when we're looking at quotas and numbers and performance. I've been at both ends of the spectrum. So definitely, starting out, you're probably not the greatest, and I certainly wasn't. So been at the bottom of the sheet, so I know what that feels like. I know what it feels like to climb those steps and also get to the top of the spreadsheet, and not just get there once, but get there and stay there. My corporate job that I recently parted from, and in order to start this, I was the number one producer in the nation for 10 consecutive years in a row. And that's not something I take lightly. That's something I'm super proud of. It was a lot of hard work, dedication, and I'm here to say if I can do that, oh my gosh, you can do that too. Anybody out there can do that. It just takes dedication. Not gonna lie, it takes a lot of freaking hard work, but I truly believe with all of my soul that anybody that puts the work in and truly wants to be the best can achieve that. So stick with me, and today we're going to learn again about networking, and networking is going to be one of those key critical components to really help you achieve that. All right. So again, yeah, three simple steps to networking. Um, and let's jump into setting clear goals. So before attending the event, you got to define your goals and your objectives, right? What is it that you want to get out of this event? What are you looking for? To generate leads, establish new partnerships, or simply build brand awareness. And there's no right or wrong answer here, right? Pick a goal, pick an objective, and stick to it. Get out there and follow these steps, and you're going to see tremendous success from just these applying these three things. So um, also establishing a success metric, right? Yeah, you don't just want to go there and linger, right? You know when you've reached your target and move on. It's key that you know what that success metric is. So for instance, if you're looking to generate leads, right? How many leads are you, you know, is it a 1 hour event? Is it a 4 hour event, right? So within that time, how many leads can you generate? So, pick a number, right? Is it five? Is it 20? Again, there's no right or wrong answer. And if this is your first time going to an event and you're not sure, again, just pick a number, be conservative, and learn from that. So if you picked five and you get there and you got your five leads and you still have 40 minutes left, um, go ahead and get five more, right? Uh, but you got to know what your metric is before you get there. Otherwise, you're literally just going to be shooting from the hip, and hope is not a strategy in sales. All right. So setting clear goals will help you stay focused and then measure your success, right? If we don't have clear goals, how do we know what we've accomplished? So that's how we're going to measure our success. All right. Research and prepare. We want to learn about the event and its attendees and potential prospects in advance. Man, there's so much information out there, and the quickest and easiest way is really to email the event coordinators, right? The promoters, the producers, right? Who's putting on this event? Give them a call, send them an email, find out, who's on this list, right? You can ask for a list of attendees. A lot of times it's posted online, right? So especially, right, Chamber of Commerce, if you're connected there, you'll get a list of attendees, or you can ask for one. Certainly after the event, you'll get a list in a lot of cases. But it starts with researching the companies and identify the individuals that you want to connect with, right? Excuse me one second. So that you can have meaningful conversations tailored to their needs, right? So once we've done, the initial, call, we've got the list. Now we're going to go through the list. We're going to pick out, oh my gosh, ABC company. This is somebody I've really been wanting to connect with and get in front of, and you know, maybe Acme Inc., right? And so if there's companies on that list that you've been targeting, you've been eyeballing, do some research, right? And check into them and find out what's important to them. There's a lot of great resources out there for doing the research as well. One of my favorites is leaning into AI, ChatGPT specifically, and having ChatGPT do some quick research. Oh my gosh! Just as an aside, right? For years, leading up to the age of AI now, right? If you wanted to do research, right, how did you do that? You paid for somebody to, go out, do the research for you, or you did the research yourself. You spent hours reading through, various blogs, articles, white papers, right? Now you can have ChatGPT do that research for you and pull out the key information that you need. Typically, what I find, if I'm doing an hour's worth of research on a prospect, a company, there's really about 5 to 10 minutes of information that I actually need out of that hour, but it took me an hour to find all that, right? So now with ChatGPT and AI, we can have them do the research for us in seconds and pull out those 5 to 10 minutes. And now we just saved ourselves an immense amount of time. So we're going to be having some sessions coming up on ChatGPT and AI and how to leverage that to be more efficient. So look forward to those coming up soon. Um, Make any significant notes, right? So we're doing the research. We got to make some notes, right? So definitely make notes and that you want to remember and have them saved in your phone. I'm not a huge fan of bringing out your phone when you're at an event, texting and playing Wordle or Squirtle or whatever those games are. But right, have your phone handy because this is such a powerful tool to make you money, right? And so having your notes in here, networking events can be a little chaotic and be it's easy to get distracted and lost in the excitement and forget about a certain individual that we wanted to approach, right? So having our notes on our phone, the research notes that we took on the company or the individual, so that we can quickly glance through it and remind ourselves, what we're looking to accomplish. All right, your minute to win it. What does this look like? Oh man, this is really key here, right? So you want to craft a concise and compelling elevator pitch that clearly communicates what your company does, right? And more than I should actually rephrase this, more than what your company does, but it's really the transformation, the result that your company, that your product, that your service provides, right? So it's and again, it's not, networking events are quick, right? They're fast. There's a lot of things, a lot of moving parts, a lot of things going on. So you got to get this dialed in, and you got to do it pretty quickly, right? So you want to include your unique value proposition and how it can benefit your potential customers or clients. Phew. Excuse me. Got some allergies going on here. All right. Make sure it can be delivered in a minute or less. Again, really, really critical that we get that dialed in and leave them wanting more, right? We're not trying to sell anything at the event. We're not trying to convince anybody to, buy our products or services on the spot. The idea really, depending on the event, is that you're generating leads, or you're finding new network industry partners to connect with, right? And so what we want to do is share with them our value, how we can help, what that transformation is, why they would want to pursue a conversation, and then get that next meeting set or make a plan to connect to get the next meeting set. All right. So here's an example. So if an attendee walks up and they're like, "Hey, so what is it that you do?" And I like to start with just a quick question. And for me, it's what is the first thing you think of when you think of salespeople? The attendee is high pressure, used car sales, dishonest. These are the typical answers that I hear, right? And so then it's the next part is just responding to that. And me, you're not alone. I'm changing this negative perception of salespeople through strategic, value-based, high ethics training and coaching, empowering them with the tools and strategies to excel in any sales environment, ultimately outperforming and out-earning the competition, ensuring their and their company's success. Right? So this is a little long, but it's still within a minute, right? And it clearly conveys what what that transformation is, who we're helping, right? And it leaves them wanting more, right? And they're like, wow, okay, that sounds really intriguing. I'd love to hear more. So then we can set a follow-up, right? Uh, a 20-minute follow-up meeting and get that on the calendar. And now we can move on to the next attendee, right? Move on to the next booth and get more conversations going. All right. Bonus point. So after the event, this is just as important, right? And maybe even the most important, right? Taking time to evaluate your performance and learn from each networking event. Identify what worked well, what could be improved for future events, and continuously refine your approach to maximize your effectiveness. Oh my gosh. So this, depending on how the event goes, I mean, we can leave there one of two ways. We can leave there extra empowered and excited and be like, oh my God, I freaking crushed that. This was really great. I got all these connections. Or we can leave feeling, super deflated, defeated, and feeling like we, wasted our time. Um, Obviously, the first scenario is the best, but even if we have that first scenario and we don't do this after action review of how things went, how are we going to repeat that success, right? So taking time after your event to actually jump in and evaluate not just what didn't work, but evaluate what did work, right? So that we can repeat it for next time. And of course, if the event, didn't go so well and we struggled and again, we're feeling defeated, deflated, we're like, oh man, this really sucked. I wasted my time. Let's learn from that, right? Failure is not a bad thing, right? If we get to that end of that event and we can learn things from it, great. Now we know what not to do next time or what to do better so that we can improve our chances in success next time, right? So again, let's do a little recap here. We want to set clear goals. We want to define what you want to achieve, be it generating leads, establishing new partnerships, or building brand awareness. We want to research and prepare. We want to learn about the event and its attendees beforehand. Know who you want to connect with. Come prepared with valuable insights to engage them in meaningful conversations, right? We want to craft our minute to win it, or our pitch, right? We want to develop a concise and compelling elevator pitch that showcases your unique value proposition. And last but not least, we want to evaluate your performance. So clutch, right? Again, you got to evaluate your performance, good and bad, and learn from that so that we can you know increase our chances, do better next time, repeat what worked, right, and go out and crush it. So that's just about it today. This is a short one, right? 20 to 30 minutes. We're right at 23 minutes here. So last little bit here. If you like this, you like what you're hearing, and you want to learn more, we have a few ways that we can serve and help. Either aspiring entrepreneurs. We have a lot of clients that are amazing at running their business and do a really great job, but struggle. In growing your business, be it, communication or sales tactics and strategies, and we can come in and really help hone those skills for you and get you on track. Sales professionals for sure. You maybe you're new to sales, you're hungry to learn more and grow. You see how others are crushing it, but there's something holding you back. Let's figure it out together, right? Let's work together. We have an amazing community that you can be a part of, and really immerse yourself into support and structure to level up your personal sales game, personal and professional development. And then, of course, for corporate teams, we have some amazing programs that we can work with your teams and your team leaders to really help get everybody on track and achieve your goals. So uh, whatever stage you're in, yeah, we would love to help, and feel free to reach out anytime. Drop us a note in the chat below if you're looking for anything in particular, and then we'll get back to you. We'll reach out for sure. So yeah, thank you. That takes us to the end today. Hopefully you've got a couple good nuggets from the presentation and networking. I'd love to hear what your key takeaways are. Go ahead and drop some notes in the chat and let us know what what's impacted you. What are your successes? What are you struggling with? We'd love to help. So with that, we'll sign off now, and everybody have a great rest of your day, and finish out the week strong. All right, take care.